Welcome back to East. We beat the Wind Dragon in one try in the last playthrough, the last session. And something I noticed, the Longma Merchant is here, which means all the dialogue changed, so let's talk to everybody in Kylos. With the death of the king and the corruption of the Dragon Knights, it's clear Altago's order has begun to crumble. Eldris Mishra, those accompanying her, I beg you, please be careful out there. What we once considered common sense may no longer hold true in this chaos. Please proceed with caution. Titanos are beginning to take up residence closer and closer to where we humans live. Even here in the gorge. The Eldress's arts may have been enough to take care of them, but what do we do while she's away? You seeing his neck there? That makes me a little uncomfortable. The only thing that can fight Titanos and Kylos is the Eldress's arts. We villagers, sadly, are rather helpless against them. Where's your wife, or your sister, or whatever? Not here. The Longma Merchant. Guys, big news. Listen, okay? I've got the latest info. You know the caves you have to go through to get to Ciarius? Well, there's a road that splits off from inside the cave, and it'll take you straight to Kylos. I've been working in this area for over 10 years now, but I just found out about this shortcut. I mean, he found out about it really quick since we just opened it up not that long ago. Can't believe there's a road through the caves like that. I was scared because there were all these monsters I'd never seen before, but I made it through. Man, you just never know what's gonna happen in this crazy world. Why, you could wake up dead tomorrow. Well, that's cheery. Dragon Knights that came to Kylos are under Eldris Mishra's powerful spell of persuasion. Right about now, they're likely telling their superior officers that they acted like rats and deserve to be punished. Those Dragon Knights should receive a good scolding from their superiors. Think, a Colossian purchasing pain medication. Absurd, right? We live in a world where the Dragon Knights harm the innocent. We need to protect ourselves as no one else will. You know, I haven't bought medicine for quite some time, since the Eldris has always been here to heal us. The Dragon Knight incident really shook everyone up. Since the Longma card is here today, I think I'll ask the owner what the situation's like elsewhere in Altago. I'll have to ask the Longma card owner what the situation's like elsewhere. We need to help out whenever we can. You know, everyone knows the Longma Merchant just by the fact that he has a Longma card. But do they know his name? We don't even know his name. He's just traveling peddler. You're just a Longma guy. The wind is tepid, and it carries misfortune on its wings. I have a bad feeling about this. We must pray to the great Wind Dragon for protection. There have been many calamities in the village recently. We must pray to the great Wind Dragon for guidance. It always happens when bad winds keep blowing for days on end. The Dragon Knight attack earlier, well, it certainly doesn't help me feel any less uneasy. I hope this bad feeling I've been getting lately doesn't mean anything. As a mere attendant, I cannot even begin to imagine what it is you're attempting to accomplish. All I can do is protect this village in Eldris Mishra's absence, and so I shall give my fullest to that task. Leave the village to us, and please be careful. I will give everything I have to protect this village while the Eldris is away. I may lack experience, but I plan to make full use of my wind sight to ensure we are not bothered by intruders again. Leave the village to us, and please be careful. You have the wind sight too. Are you part of the Elder line? I was just like elders that had the wind sight. Does anybody in Kylos have wind sight? Please don't talk about this very much because the whole Dragon Knight incident, but our king was murdered. It seems so unreal that our little principality, already in such crisis, would fall victim to regicide. The king is survived by a daughter, no? How sad that he wasn't able to see his only child grow into a proper lady. Okay, yeah, I talked to you. I think everyone is mad at the Dragon Knights, but I think the anomalies are a much more serious issue for the village. We should let the issue with the Dragon Knights drop. The anomalies are a much more bigger problem now. I'm pretty mature for a little girl. Weapons can make men so scary. I'm still shaken from the experience. Oh dear, oh dear. Perhaps, in a way, humans are much more fearsome an enemy than monsters. I could see there was no order among the Dragon Knights. It was as if they'd internalized Altago's current chaos. I'm so tired. Those Dragon Knights were so scary. But I'm so happy Daddy's not hurt. I don't want to go through anything like that ever again. I think we've become too dependent on the Eldress and her arts. We are powerless to stop the Dragon Knights ourselves, but if anything else had happened, we'll be ready for it. Not having the Eldress here kinda scares me, but I suppose it's time for us villagers to know what we're made of. Monsters are unsettled, so much so that they started venturing into the village despite Eldress Mishra's arts. Now it's not hard to believe that these anomalies are scaring the monsters as much as they're scaring me. We've been getting a lot of earthquakes ourselves. I'd bet even the monsters don't know what's what anymore. Damn. The earthquakes damaged the windmills. If one was damaged, the others might have been too. I'll need to inspect them all. Your job never ends. Damn. The earthquake damaged the windmills. This isn't good. Once clear air of Kylos is no longer what it used to be. Maybe the wind isn't blowing like it should. The air in the gorge is becoming polluted. Maybe the wind isn't blowing like it should. Okay, that's everyone in Kylos. Let's head to Iskan, where the flag is. When Altago opens up and I can move around freely, I'll start looking for Picards. Ah, you're back. Did you learn anything about the anomalies? It seemed like you had a lot to check on. Is the situation outside really so dire? It seems the situation in the outside world is worse than we thought. What is the cause of this malady? Tia is the cause. She's so angry. She's angsty. I hear that Altago City was founded where Iska used to be. A city where the descendants of the Adonians dwell. And yet, they've forgotten all about us. It's been over 2 centuries, I know, but to forget what your people have done, it just feels wrong. People of Altago City have completely forgotten about us. It's beyond our control and through no fault of theirs, but it does open some old wounds for the people of Iska. Never mind. The little girl is staring at you, blushing. I'm gonna stand over there now. Don't talk to me, please. The little girl is staring at you, blushing. Got a crush on Adol. I'll admit, I was nervous when I heard that Ciarius would be summoning people from the outside to the village. But it seems that everyone here has gotten used to your presence very quickly. They may not say it out loud, but they're all rooting for you. The people of Iska have changed over the last 2 centuries. I believe it's a good thing that the village is starting to open up to the outside world. you brought materials from the sanctums. Splendid. Let's have a look at them. Showed him an earthstone. This is from the Earth Sanctum, where Wadaman's the Earth Dragon dwells. I'd like to tell you a bit about the Dragon Altars, if I may. Dragon Altars are stone monuments built by each of the tribes to show reverence to the dragons. It's believed that these altars are gateways to the sanctums, where the dragons dwell. This fact is only known to the elders of each tribe, and a few select others, such as myself. Only the elder families are qualified to open the way to the sanctums, with incantations unique to each tribe. This is about all I know. There still isn't enough information available to us on the dragons. I look forward to your next visit. You brought materials from the sanctums. Splendid. Let's have a look at them. Showed him a firestone. This is from the Flame Sanctum, where Angebaro, the Flame Dragon, dwells. Let's see how much you know about the sanctums, shall we? Dragon sanctums refer to the lairs where the 5 dragons dwell. They are hidden locations filled with dragon energy, and only those deemed worthy by the dragons may enter. While we've never seen a sanctum, we're quite certain that they were created with unique spiritual energy. They say that the spiritual energy gets stronger the deeper you go, and in the very laws of nature as we know them. This is about all I know. There isn't enough information available to us on the dragons. I look forward to your next visit. You brought materials from the sanctums. Splendid, let's have a look at them. Showed him a windstone. This is from the Wind Sanctum, where Mu-Anti, the Wind Dragon, dwells. Let me tell you about the Dragon Stones this time. Dragon Stones are gems that are believed to hold the power of the 5 dragons. However, we've lost much of our records on the subject, so much of this is mere educated conjecture, I'm afraid. Only those recognized and acknowledged by the dragons themselves may yield these Dragon Stones, and the stones will unleash their infinite power in accordance with the will of their bearer. When all the Dragon Stones are acquired, the wielder will supposedly be granted a matchless power. This is about all I know. There still isn't enough information available to us on the dragons. I look forward to your next visit. The tribe of Iska once had more knowledge and understanding of the land of Altago than any other tribe. Unfortunately, most of our knowledge was lost, but we cannot give up on passing what we know to our children. We're the only ones who know the true history of Altago and understand what, exactly, is happening right now. Research the records, decipher their mysteries, and teach what we learn to our descendants. That is our purpose as Iskans. Strange illness has begun to spread right around the time we were being persecuted 200 years ago. It began with a severe cough, followed by a high fever, then full-bodied petrification resulting in death. Yes, that was the start of what came to be known as Iskan fever. The anomalies in Altago City are only getting worse. At this rate, Iskan fever will spread everywhere. Long ago, the people of Altago City were stricken with disease and thought it was a curse. They called it Iskan fever. As a result, we were persecuted even more for what we'd purposely done to them. It's cruelty on a grand scale. The 2 moons we revere signify light and dark, life and death, the duality present in all things great and small. It is precisely because of these 2 opposing forces exist that we have balance within our world. Everything that exists in this world is necessary. There's not one thing that does not serve a purpose. Even mosquitoes, even wasps. Say there was once an Iskan family line whose descendants learned to harness the power of our 2 moons. Descendants of this line were known as Dual Blades and were dedicated to protecting the Elder of Iska. Unfortunately, with the Elder line dead, one can only assume that the Dual Blades are lost to the ages as well. So the Elder of Iska is probably Tia, and the Dual Blade is probably Ciarius. And they were probably, you know, keeping tabs on Altago to see if they were worth, I don't know, bringing about the wind of destruction. And like, yep, Orbis is totally evil. Wind of destruction time. God damn it, Orbis. You ruined it for everyone. It's said that our ancestors created a barrier in the wilderness long ago to keep Titanos and humans separated. I hear the number of Titano in the outside world has been increasing. Oh, that was enlightening, thank you, random Iskan woman with an anteater. Cat. Iskan tribe has great insight into the energy that flows throughout Altago, and we developed arts that utilize it. Dragon energy resides in all Altaginians' weapons. This has been the underlying philosophy behind everything we craft. It's only natural for an Iskan to enjoy research. Most of the records we have are fragmented and require careful deciphering, but that's part of the fun. It's only natural for an Iskan to enjoy research. Thank you very much. Please come again. I guess the holy water would be in, like, the sea shrine. The sea sanctum? That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense, actually. I hear that Altago City was founded where Iska used to be. Oh, yeah, I talked to you. Did I talk to everybody already? I think I might have. Iska's kind of small. Iska's kind of really small. Let's talk to Ciarius. Ah, greetings. Your timing is impeccable. Elder Ciarius just now finished poring over the ancient records. This would be a most opportune time to speak with him. Elder Ciarius is upstairs. Seems to have finished studying the ancient records and have just expressed some concern about you a moment ago. I would suggest you speak with him as soon as you're able. Let's do it. Oh, Adol. I assumed you were able to have your meeting with the dragons. I just finished investigating the ancient records, of course, as well. Would you mind giving me a comprehensive account of what happened in the sanctums? I see. The wind of destruction and the end of Altago. As I thought, a great calamity approaches us.
Yeah, the dragons warned us about it. But none of them would tell us anything concrete on what to do.
We did at least receive stones from them, though. And based on what they told us, it seems like we're supposed to collect them all. I see. So you returned here to check in before heading to the Sea Sanctum, then? As I mentioned before, the location of the Moon Sanctum is unknown. I searched the records for any hints, but to no avail. The very first altar we found in the ancient shrine was a temporary one built to house the energy of the moon. I believed it to be linked with the real altar hidden nearby. In other words, you're saying we don't have any solid info on the Moon Dragon's altar, right? I guess our next move is the Sea Sanctum, then. Yes. It should be accessible from the altar on Ruins Island. The problem, however, is that it's off-limits to all citizens by order of the Dragon Knights. Furthermore, you'll require the aid of the Adonian Elder to enter the Sea Sanctum.
Oh, right. Yeah, neither of those problems have any clear solution.
It's awful, just awful. Guys, something horrible has happened. What's the matter? Altago City was engulfed by an ominous fog of tremendous energy just now. Oh crap, that's no good. What did you say? What do you mean? Explain! We only saw it from far away. But we're certain it's not good. And from the looks of it, there are monsters headed towards it too. You mean? It sounds as though something unsettling is transpiring in Altago City.
Adol, we need to go see what's happening. Sure, we run the risk of getting arrested, but this is too big to ignore.
I mean, you fought dragons and won. I don't think you need to worry about being arrested, Adogi. I just saw Guy's fairies flying off in quite a hurry. May I inquire as to what you were discussing that inspired such zeal? Altago City has been engulfed by an ominous fog. Cannot be certain, but it seems fair to speculate that it has something to do with the king's assassination. We must go to Altago City, Adol, and get to the bottom of what's happening. Perhaps the wind of destruction has already... No, it's too soon for that. There's still time. Adol, you must return to Altago City quickly.